A champion has to make significant sacrifices. A champion has to be disciplined. A champion has to be hungry. You got to dedicate everything about you.
Train like a champion.
Champions understand that discipline is always the key.
There is no winning in excuses. There are no victories and giving up. You got to understand within you is greatness. Within you is something that is waiting. You may have to accept a few losses. You're gonna have to sometime understand that you got to lose so that you can win it all. A champion, a worker, a believer, someone that knows what it means to push, someone that understands that they got to do more than less.
And we have one more champion that has been added to our ranks, and that is Andre Kotze. Following the Thursday series that we just had at Killarney, so nice to have him back in the winner's circle. Very tight finish, and I do have another guest that will be joining us on the show. Thank you for spending your time with us here on the Duckhook Show this Wednesday evening. We're building up to Benoni, we're looking back at Killarney, and we have a bit of a 150th open chat, seeing that that's now done. Got some news and some funny things, and so on and so on. So, get ready. We will be starting right about now. Let me introduce you to our panel of guests. Dani Killarney, as always, is with us to share his expertise. We were just talking off air about Benoni, and it's one of the courses we haven't really played much in, Dani, so we'll try our best. But what we want you to do is be involved in the chat line, right? And then guide us on how to play Benoni, because we've got Ian Holtzhausen with us as well. I'll tell you why now, but I can tell you that he hasn't played Benoni, so he's going to be of no use to me. You can just try. But Ian, while you're on the show, congratulations on just missing out. You finished tied at Killarney. Andre was not able to come on with us, so we thought, let's get the second best, the guy who tied with him, but unfortunately lost an account out. How are you doing, Ian? Thanks for joining us.
How's it, Maz? Yeah, no, I'm doing very well, thank you. Thank you for the invite for the show, and hello to all the Ducks who's watching.
So if you haven't met Ian before, well, this is Ian Holtzhausen there on that corner. Donnie, how's your day? I know you had one of our duck, Sean Salmon, in there today. How long did that take? Because when I was there, I left, and then you were still busy. Was he dead?
No, he wasn't. No, but I think Sean saw a different side of custom fitting today. It was quite detailed, and he's going to test a couple of demos in the next couple of days, and then we'll chat about it further. But no, it was a good session. He left at sort of 22 to 2, so it was quite a one. But yeah,
good.
It was good.
Yes, it's always fascinating to see where the guys who don't know the in-depthness of how a fitting can actually be, they walk out there going, wow. And I thought I just hit the golf ball with my stocky. Not quite the case.
Definitely. The one thing that Sean commented just before he left, was that he was also one of those guys thinking, club's a club, you just hit it and everything. And he saw the difference, what different shafts can do to ball flight and everything. So it was quite an educational session, for him.
Yeah, and I was going to say, you've been for a fitting with Donnie. You learned a lot?
Yeah, Maz, quite a lot. We spent on driver fitting for almost 4 hours. Lots of changes and things, and then we played around at Killarney together, and he showed me about the ball positioning and getting more compression from the ball. So had some good coaching from him.
There we go. Well, it's paid off eventually because of your result at Killarney. As I said, I want plenty of comments from the guys on the chat line. Let me just go through what I have seen. Good evening, Ducks from Vander Blasky. Good evening, and welcome. Brian Owen, the leader of Sunday 2. Obviously, he's going to be watching because he's got plenty to hang on to. Good luck, Ducks. Looking forward to Sunday's series. We are also, Hansi, it are showtime. What's up? What's up to you as well? And see, Kim Schaefer's watching. Wayne never misses a show. Hello, good evening. Ready for another great show. Thanks, Wayne. Wayne, I've got a question for you later, so keep listening because you're going to have to type. Leon van Aarde, good day, you awesome blokes. Good day, you awesome bloke. Hanu, we are alive. evening, boys. BCC this weekend. So a lot of guys looking forward to the golf coming up. We even got Frikkie, that is, joined us. Hello, middag. Hope you've calmed down to a mild panic and you can enjoy it. And then, yes, it keeps going. How's it, Jock? How's it, Monet? How's it, Leon? How's it, Yanni? Nice. Thanks for joining us. Russell, how's it, Ducks? You're going forever. You guys are going. Should we say. Okay, let's go straight on to some things I just want to remind you about. Limpopo series, boys. If you haven't booked and you want to play, well, it's your opportunity. Sunday, the 14th of August, it's going to be an event at Corrow Creek, not too far from here. Well, I say not too far from here, but it's not too far from here. 480, including your cart, and it will be like a mini tournament. We're hoping to get as many Limpopians. Is that correct?
I would say so, yeah.
Something like that.
Put it in the dictionary. On board. Okay, Killarney. Here we go. This is what all unfolded on a very, very chilly Thursday morning. It's amazing how it's nice, and then when the sun comes up, it gets so cold for the next hour or so. But we all managed. As predicted, we said it's not going to be easy on Donnie. We said it's going to be tough scoring, and we were right. I think we've guessed 2 in a row now. Waterkloof said -5, and Killarney we said -2, and boom.
Yeah, no, I must say that first few holes, the greens were a bit firm, but the course was looking great. First off, hats off to Killarney. I think the course condition was really good. There's a couple of holes where you can see they were busy doing some excavation mark and changes. So that didn't affect us too badly. But course condition was really good. So good, well done to the staff.
Very good. I won't touch too much on your round, Donnie, because I know you had a bit of a nightmare.
Yep.
So we'll just leave that out of it. But we'll get to Ian soon. Here's the top 10, everyone. Andre Kotze, so nice to see him in the winner's circle on -2, winning on the what was it, front nine counterback. His whole difference was 1 hole, really. And there you are, Wayne Jensen. So he's gone from winning at Danefern to coming last at Waterkloof to coming 3rd at Killarney. Wow, that is... quite a feat, I must say. Jason Ivans, nice to see him back in top form, shooting +2 with Luki Janssen, Byron Knutzer, myself, and Oki Brits tied 6. Dorian Ferree, good round from him as well, and Vansia Munn. That helps him in the standings as it moves him upwards. Okay, well, let's just look at Andre first before we get the comments from the top 5. This is Andre's round. I'll go through it quickly with you. He started on the 10th, so this is kind of confusing, but the thing that you need to look at, so he started on the 10th, the 8th hole, he made eagle for 4 points. So he jumped from +1 to -1. And then he made par on the difficult 9th hole to go to -2. So just to show you, Donnie, it just takes 2 holes, or it takes 1 hole, and it can change your entire game.
Yeah. No, definitely. It's like, you can be down and out, and you got that 1 hole where you can get a couple of shots back, and then it's like a nice little V8 motor. It's like in the back that just pushes you forward to great things.
Ian, I'm going to go the other way with you because you had a good stretch, and just 1 shot cost you in the end, which was your last hole on the 18th, where unfortunately you hit it short of the green, and which made making par and the victory very difficult. Take us through your scorecard and paint us a bit of a picture.
Yes, Maz. We were the last group. Only 3 players. Coro didn't pitch up. And then we teed off from the first. Started well. After 6 holes, I was 3 pars, -2 of -1 at the I was -1 at the stage. And then I played with Leon Duplessis.
Yep.
Who said, I just have to keep calm and keep on going and doing well. And then ended up after the first 9 on -1. The leader was Peter Prinsloo at the time.
Yes.
He was at -3, and Leon Creer was second on -2. And 10th I played the bogey, 11th I made a par. I knew I was -2. I looked at the score on leaderboard, and I was shocked to find out that I was leading. And then this after the par 5, before the par 5, the 14th, I made a double. I made a par again. I was -3, and I had 3 shots clear of the field. Still the only player that was under par. And I just told myself, listen, keep calm. You're the last group. The guys are the holes are running out for the other guys, and Then Andre just had a magnificent last 3 hours. He made an eagle and 2 net birdies to come back from +2 to -2. Yeah, and unfortunately, I lost out on a count back. So yeah, it was quite exciting. It was a good round for me. I was just very happy to qualify for the next major.
Yes, indeed. Qualified indeed. Thank you. You obviously were watching the live scoring most of the round because you summed it up quite nicely. I was playing with Peter Prinsloo on the day, and wow, did he get off to an absolute blinder. He had 6 pars in a row, and he was flying. I thought he was actually going to win it. And then he got some phone calls that he needed to sort out, and suddenly the concentration was gone, and that was the end of Peter Prinsloo, which was disappointing because there was only like 5 holes to go. But there, as you said, there was quite a few people in the running at that stage. Just some comments that I just want to quickly throw in here that I sure. Wayne says, have to agree, Don Callinis, Killarney, never a disappointment, never. And that's why, and they look after us nicely and are easy to deal with, so they're always on the calendar. Great game, Ian, Andre, Eagle made it. Great game for you both. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, let's have a look at the top 5 that I caught up with afterwards, and this is what they had to say. Luki, tough conditions out here at Killarney, not many under par, but you managed a +2. Are you happy?
Yes, definitely happy seeing how my golf has been going the last while. Killarney is a difficult course, lots of trees and you have to go quite straight. I was fortunate today with my scrambling, it worked quite well.
Best part of your game, just the scrambling? How was the putting?
I had so many lips, so I could have played a brilliant round if it just went in. But I guess that's how it goes. The scrambling shots just saved me. And I think it's a little bit flattering. I didn't play too great, but the scrambling really came off nice. Jason, top 5 finish, Killarney. Tough course today. How did it go?
Yeah, no, I mean, it was quite tough today in the wind. Greens were good. I really enjoyed playing with them. They were nice and true. The course was in good condition. Yeah, it is tricky today, but I enjoyed the round. Had a good game with, hopefully Andre can take it.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice game.
Momentum into the rest of the season.
Oh no, looking forward to the team events. I think I'm really enjoying that with my dad. So hopefully waiting for the draw to see who we come up against. Yeah. Otherwise, just going to have some fun. Keep on playing. Yeah.
Wayne, you're getting the reputation of shit of champagne, my friend. From winning to last to almost winning. How did today go?
Today actually went very well. I've got to be honest. Waterkloof did stick in my mind, and for the first time shooting 100, you think to yourself, what's going to happen? But I just kept my head down and I just said, just follow on and just make contact with the ball. Driver was behaving very well and putting was phenomenal again. So once again, I could rely on my putting. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, on the 8th hole, I duckhooked a little bit out on the left, went out of bounds. So I had made a bomb there. But otherwise, besides that, the game was great, and it was much better than Waterkloof.
Ian, so close yet so far. Unlucky, just losing out on the count.
Yeah, unlucky, but enjoyed it very much. My highest ranking since joining Duckhook in the beginning of the year. So yeah, I'm happy, excited to qualify for the next major. So yeah.
Tell me, scoreboard pressure, any of that?
No, I was looking at the scoreboard all the time. I never knew what's going on.
Okay.
So yeah, but and I've shot here on the 4th for the second shot. So yeah.
Best part of your game?
Driver worked a bit, and then putting. Yeah, enjoyed the putting today.
Reds in the winner's circle once again. How good does that feel?
Very good. It's been a while. Got lucky a bit today, but it's good to win for a change.
It's been a long time. You've been close. You've fought hard for many years. What was good about your game today that put you in position?
I scrambled well today. Drove the ball well. Irons was not great. Missed a lot of greens, but managed to up and down and make a couple of putts. So a bit of luck in there, but made some good putts as well.
Some scoreboard pressure or not?
I honestly didn't look at the scoreboard until the 18th tee, 19th. So after I was lucky enough to make an eagle, so after that I actually took a peek, but no pressure.
Well done. It's good to have you into the major at Peakwood.
Very helpful.
Some credits.
Yeah, I can qualify.
Yeah, well done.
Good, thanks.
Modest as ever, Andre Reds Kotzer. I want to, for the guys who don't know who he is, right? Because he doesn't play Sundays. He'll play the majors and he'll play the Thursday series. But Andre has been with us before the advent of Duckhook golfers even arrived, before it was in the spawning stages of what it is today. He was part of it. So if you didn't know, this is how decorated his career actually is. And Wayne, this is where you come in. While I'm going through this, I was thinking of a couple of guys who are decorated, right? Donnie has got plenty. Frikkie has plenty. But did you realize... Oh, Wayne, so make a list quickly. Did you realize this is Andre Kotzer's career? He has 2 majors to his name. The 2014 Masters at Copperleaf, which was probably one of our first ones. Then he won the 2014 Thursday Series. 2015, he won the Thursday Series. Let me just start that again. Yeah. 2014 Thursday Series, he won at Houghton. And then 2015, he won at Killarney. Then 2016, the Summer Cup at Bryanston. 2016, Singles Champion. 2016, Thursday League Champion is what I was trying to get at. 2016 Player of the Season. So 2016 was one hell of a year for old Red Sox. 2017 Thursday Series at Reading. And 2022 now at Killarney on the Thursday Series. Not too bad, hey, Donnie?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's like... he's literally almost won everything bar the classics. So
he needs an open title.
Yeah, he's a major champ, a normal event champ. He's got the singles. He just needs to have a better partner than what he had 2 or 3 years ago for a doubles title. But Reds has always been there, and every time he plays, he roughly features there, and I know he takes his game very seriously. I remember still working for Titleist a few times, going to Rand Park, and you'll see him then on late afternoons hitting a few golf balls. So it's good to see him back in the winner's circle. All those practicing times and everything has paid off.
And what does it all mean? Well, it means that Reds has now jumped to the top of the Thursday Series on 207 points. Minus his best, which is not fallen out yet because he's got 237 total. Jeandre, the toy moves down. Donnie, unfortunately, you had a bit of a plus 10 round, not the greatest. So now you've lost 5 shots on him. So you've gone from first to second to third. So you need to pull your socks up.
Yeah, no, it's like it was just one of those days where I couldn't find the middle of the golf club. So, next month is a new event, so we'll take it from there.
Hansi Aman is 4th by himself now on 201. So those are the guys in the 200s. Then Simon Mayer-Down 1. He was tied 4th with Hansi at a stage, and now he's 5th. 198. Barnes up, 196. Ricky Stain, 194. Mark Borragero, 193. Jamie Shea, 193. And Grant Nell, 191. Let's go through all the little things that happens around the course. The pins, Donnie?
Yeah, all right. So on par 3, 4th, Andre... hit it the closest there, and then Jeandre the toy winning the Golfer Aid par 3 17th, and then Reds again winning the Concepts voucher. So I might have to fit him into some lady shafts, just to stand a chance now.
Very true, yeah. A very good day for Reds, and that will not be the last graphic that he appears on. The groups, I'm glad to say that finally I've actually won one of these things. There we go, on +3, meaning that the other guys also struggled a little bit. And then Ian, there you are on -2. You've won your group, beating out Donnie, Hansi, Scott, and Oki. So at least 2 guys that are on show, this was not planned, won the groups. Yay. Yay for us. Hi, give me a fist bump there, Ian. Which way does this go? Okay. I want to touch on the a 2-ball alliance, right? So 4-ball alliance, 2 scores to count. And there's Reds again. So once again, 86 points. That's not bad golf. 2 7-pointers, 3 6, 4 6-pointers. Damn. Very good for them. Yeah. -14. Well done to Paul, Jason, and Eddie in that 4-ball. Okay, head-to-head. Here we go. It was a tie. After all said and done, it was a tie. So we removed the 11.5 to go to 12 and 7.5 to go to 8. Any big games that we didn't see? Barnes gave... it's funny to see. Barnes was +3. Kunrad Senior was +13. They played their singles match play, and Barrett lost on the stroke 1 to Kunrad. Just shows you about the handicap right there. Luke Janssen beating Grant. Anyone had a long? Even Kun had a long day against Yandre Toy. Andre obviously beating Jacques Gravenstein. So there he is, boys. The blue team is now 4 games behind, and we're almost to a 4-month cycle. Always what's interesting to see is what the whole rankings were. I must be honest, I haven't even looked at this yet. The easiest hole is the 7th, which is the stroke 1 again. No, that cannot be. I suppose it's because Oaks are double stroking. So there's more chance for the average to be higher. Unless, what do you think, Donnie? Do you think it can be?
Yeah, it's like the average. That would be average points, if I'm correct on there. So, yeah, so I think definitely it's like, stroke 1, a lot of the guys can par it or double stroke, like you said. So I think that makes it definitely, that. It's just interesting to see. If I just look quickly through it, the most difficult hole was 12.
Yeah, which one is that? Yeah, surprisingly, okay.
That's at short par 4.
Next to the highway.
Next to the highway, that like the dog's leg a little bit right. Yeah, right. No, I've also made a 1 pointer there, so I contributed.
Yeah, not much space to miss, unfortunately. You can't go right because then you're in the highway. If you go too far left, you're down the embankment, and then you've got trees in your way. And if you're Okie Brits, you just hit it into a tree and the ball doesn't come out. And there's like, he says to us, "Is that a free drop?" And we're like, "Fortunately, it's the last ball." And he's like, upset. "No, man, the tree got in my way." Sorry, Okie, sorry. Player of the season after Killarney, Cornell is on number 1. I can tell you what has changed is Grant's dropped down to 3rd. He was 2nd, now he's 3rd. Donnie, I think you kind of stayed, but Donnie is the first player to breach the 2,000 point mark. Very impressive, Donnie.
Thank you very much.
And Wayne is about to do it. Depending on his next finish, and there you can see Barnes climbed all the way up. I'm still waiting for the Kira to fall out. He seems to be staying there for quite a bit. So there we have it. That is Killarney, and we look forward to Krugersdorp on the 14th of August, somewhere there. And then it's going to start hotting up. And then don't forget, what is that? August? No, that's July. August. Yeah, October. So from September, 3 months, we have the top 8 to 12 playing together to put the pressure on, so we can just buy a little bit more time to get the teams out of the way. Right, let's talk about the Open, everybody. And before we go there, I just want to see if anybody said anything. What is your question? Wayne asked me. My question is, how many things have you won? Tournaments, anything? I know you've won a major. You probably won 3 or 4 Duckhook events. That's what I want to know. Are you in the elite group, shall we say? Did I get that right? The color point. Okay. The Open. So well done to Cameron Smith. There you have it. The winner. What a putting display, Donnie. That was incredible. Especially his second, third round. And I think the first as well. I've never seen somebody drain so many putts. And I'd mentioned that the last 3 golfers to win the Open had the best stats in putting. And as he says, I don't care. I don't take a practice stroke. The last thought of my mind is take a hard look at the hole and really feel the putt. Good performance, Donnie. Impressed?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think where he actually sealed it for him was that putt that he had on the road hole. To literally, is like if you looked at that putt from the back, that was a vicious putt. That could have gone so wrong so quickly, and to actually get the ball on the green where it was, and then that putt for par that he had, that he boxed, that's definitely balls of steel right there. Sorry to punt about like that, but and I think that's what won it for him.
Let's look at the leaderboard. -20. Can you believe it on St. Andrews? Cameron Young, what a great round for him as well. 65. So Cameron Smith shot 64. So you deserve to win if you can shoot a 64. Unfortunately for Rory, a 70 was not going to be enough. Just couldn't drain any putts at all. Fleetwood, Victor Hovland had a long day, and then the rest were all there and thereabouts. Well done to Dean Burmester. I heard that, or I read somewhere, that his 67, 66 is the lowest 3rd and 4th round on a weekend in history or on the course. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. But I do know he tied the record, I think, for overall score on the course with -20. So, no, definitely, it's a good performance. Like you said, to shoot 64 in the last round, obviously starting a few shots behind the leaders. It takes some doing. So, yeah.
Ian, who did you back?
Yeah, my money was actually on Fitzpatrick. So this new upcoming player that is going to be a future champion at the Open. So yeah.
It wasn't the worst performance of Fitzpatrick, I must be honest. So if you had chosen him in your Golf Champs fantasy prediction, that would have been someone who would earn you some points. Okay. Jacques says, I'm growing a mullet. Might help. Just, can you imagine us all rock up in mullets? I'm going to struggle a bit. I might have to wear wig as a mullet. Gerard also says it's a mullet that won it. Definitely is. And Mornay, surprise, putt around a bunker. They were putting from everywhere. Amazing. That's it. Putting from everywhere. Like he's actually on the 17th where he missed left and then he putted around the bunker and then made the par. Yeah, it is. Just at least somebody knows this stuff. It was a tie for the lowest on the last 2 rounds and Dean's highest world ranking yet. Well done, Wayne. You must watch the show all the time. He answered my question. Players Major, that was Royal East, and 5 league games, 6 in total. Yeah. Well, 5 league games is pretty good. Going back to the Open, I've got some more info. Where is it? Here it is. Rory McIlroy. Look at this. In the majors in 2022, 29 under. And he didn't win one. Amazing.
Yeah, it's like I actually wanted to comment. I also saw that, if you look at the first 2 there, it's like Will Zalatoris and him. How close was both of those guys to winning majors this year? And to shoot that, and then you can see it's like the third, I think it's Matt Fitzpatrick, that's also under par, and then all the rest is basically almost over par. That is, in major golf, that's really good.
That's rather major.
Score that. But, how unlucky to not win something in the year.
And if you look at the men's champions, there they are. Scotty Scheffler, Justin Thomas, Matt Fitzpatrick, and Cam Smith, and they're all under 30 years old. Donnie, unfortunately, you've just missed that bracket, but nice to see the youngsters.
Just missed, no, it's like by a few years, Maz. It's like I need to go for under 40s now, almost.
One day you'll win another major. You've already got 2.
Senior Championship, Donnie. Senior Championship.
Yeah, Senior Duckhook Championship. Can you imagine?
There we go.
Did you see this, boys? This was Edinburgh Airport. Everybody leaving. Have you ever in your life? Good thing many of these guys get golf clubs for free because I'm sure there's going to be a percentage of these things that are going to land up in some strange places and not where the destination is supposed to be.
Yeah, I think that just looks like chaos.
Absolute chaos. The last time I saw such chaos was at our classic when everybody was packing up and so on and brought all their things. And
no, true.
If you don't know, we do a golf champs on the side for the majors, which Seppi sets up for us. I wanted to highlight this to see how it went. So just keep an eye out. Anyone can join. Tion Becker, -49. This was the team he chose: Rory McIlroy, Alexander Schauffele, Tommy Fleetwood, and Robert McIntyre. Not a bad selection. If you don't know how this works, you get 100 points, and then you can only allocate. It's 4 people, but it's got to be 100 or more. So you can't just choose the best players because you won't reach 100. Well done. Graham de Villiers, -43. Kerry O'Connell, -43. Vickers Lee, -43. If you go all the way, Donnie, did you do this? You forget.
No, I was still a bit sleeping on that, so I actually didn't pick.
Ian, -8.
I'm near the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, and Quibus +5. Let's just have a look at the picks for the other 3 that finished on -43. Graham de Villiers, Rory, Fitzpatrick, Lee Westwood, Scotty Scheffler. Kero went for Rory, Fitzpatrick, Fleetwood, and Bezuidenhout. Vickers went for Tommy, Jason Kokrak, Cameron Young. Good choice that Cameron Young was. Paul Casey. Then, just to show you, Quibus, we came last. This was his picks. Colin O'Cara missed cut. Can you believe he missed the cut? We always said missed the cut. Patrick Annick missed the cut. And if it wasn't for Xander Schauffele, that could have been messy. Very, very messy.
Big numbers.
Big numbers. Let me just move back to the chat line here. Maz, a mullet won't work for you, but we can work on that tattoo. I was actually speaking to Sean about this today because he was telling me about the tattoos that he's been getting. And what did he say? Oh, I said that Fricky and myself have a competition on to see who will get a tattoo. And that is based on who wins the most this season. So far, we're doing excellently, and none of us have won anything. Time is running out. What happens if nobody wins anything?
It would be interesting to see, Maz, it's like if you guys had to go on finishes, throughout the season so far.
Why would you want to do that? Come on. I might as well go and draw the outline so long. I'm never going to catch him that way. But we'll see. I'm actually hoping one of us do get it so that it can happen. Okay, boys, we're moving on to Benoni. We're actually flying through it. Benoni, please remember that the I do that all the time, the Players' Championship coming up on the 30th of September is once again sponsored by Champagne Sports, where the winner will win a 2-night stay for a 4-ball. So there we have it. We're back this Sunday, and we've got 84 players currently that have signed up. I've got one 4-ball left. If you'd like to join us, we apparently have the all afternoon field. So if we wanted to go more, we probably could, but I don't see us getting past 88 for this Sunday. Let's have a look at what the standings look like. As I mentioned earlier at the start of the show, Brian Owen is still leading on 176 points. Donnie is second, 173 points. Cornel Erasmus, 172. Clint Brudders, 171. Lyle, 171. Fricky, 170. Ryan, 170. Jan, 170. 69 and 67. So all to play for in Sunday Series 2. So Benoni is going to be very, very important. Donnie, let's get down to, and please help me with the comments here, boys, if anybody's played there lately. Winning score. From what I understand, it's a tough track. I don't play there very often. Whenever I do, very seldom miss a Duckhook event, it seems to be there. What do you reckon the scores are going to be, boys?
Yeah, Maz, I think, obviously knowing the difficulty of the course, obviously I haven't played it for the last year. Last time we were out and about with COVID, so we couldn't make the event. But it is normally very difficult there. I think minus one, -2 max. That's my feeling. Maybe a level pole.
Wow. Okay. Fricky has commented. He did say Benoni looks awesome. Played there last week. Well, that's good to hear. Awesome. How green is it still? Because there's still a lot of courses that haven't really turned. Fricky, let us know what you think is going to be the winning score and whether you're going to get it. Paul thinks -3. I think that is possible. Jacques says score. No, we're asking you the question. What do you think the score is going to be? Wayne, -4. Me and Grant, -4. So our consensus is between -2, -3, and -4. Fricky says Grant now, green's not too fast, but running true. Okay, well, there's another question answered. The greens are not too fast, but running true. The definition of not too fast is from the greens that we've been currently playing on. If they are slow, they're still fast. So we will have to see how that turns out. What's happening in Benoni? Let's have a look at some of the info. Well, national rankings number 92. YT's 6,392 meters. Course record is 63 by Tyrone Ryan, if you know who that is. Known as Van Rhyne Golf Course before 1950s. Did anybody know that? That would have been a great quiz question that nobody would ever get. What was Benoni Country Club called before the 1950s? Van Rhyne.
From the rain.
Rain. Is that what it's? Sorry, from the rain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that area. I think there is a suburb with the same name. So,
okay,
or close by. So,
How are you going to approach this, Ian? You haven't played there before, so how are you going to approach it?
Yeah, I've never played Killarney as well, so it's my first time.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just gonna keep it on the fairway and then try to putt every putt in.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay, well, if you can do that, like everybody else is trying, let's see who does it the best. Grant says
Yeah.
Benoni's slow is normally like a 9.5 to 10. That is, that's pretty slow on
it's like mid pace, I would
mid
say.
pace. What would you say has been about that speed? Was it Botsy about that speed? Maybe quicker?
Botsy was quicker.
Okay.
Botsy was quicker.
Ooh, I can't
Yeah, I think, Maz, obviously, like I need to, like I'm trying to get into the memory banks, but from what I can remember as well, those greens are not the biggest greens. Sort of from what I can remember. So I think it's going to be an interesting putting day on them, and they're not very slopey, unless I haven't played it in a while, but I forgot. But from what I can remember, yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at the tee sheets. We'll go through what we need to for Benoni. Starting at 11:20. Remember, keep up with the play. Last four ball is 12:30, so we have no excuses for not finishing. Cornell Rasmus, Steve Saunders are playing a very important singles match. I am really interested to see what happens there. And then Kero O'Connell and Graham de Villiers are also playing a singles match. Peter Prinsley, Barry Venter, Leon van Aarde, and Dewald van Rensburg are playing what is left of a very few team matches within the actual tournament. Remember, the 7th at Huddle, it will be the last, and then we move on. That's why not too many games are featured, because many of them have been played. Nothing that really stands out here. There we go. Let's go to the 10th. And just to remind you, I'll update everybody on the teams and the singles for the next show. Jason Ivans takes on Vickers Lee. Paul Ricketts with super sub Jamie Sherry are taking on the Kun Pretorius and Kun Rod Pretorius. So good luck, everybody. Handicaps will be added shortly, and player pack will be sent out. Donnie, seeing that you remember the course so well, take us through the pins.
All right, the par 3 third is going to be the gents from Golfer Aid. We always have to say thank you for them for sponsoring one of the holes, but they're actually sponsoring two, also on the par 3, the 12. And then we've got the Strixon sponsorship on the 8th hole, and then closest into on the par 4, 14th.
That's it. So that's what's been chosen. Let's see how that all pans out. Good luck to the guys. Going in the virtual groups. I want to be in the big block. The groups, virtual groups. Cornell Rasmus, Steve Saunders, Kero O'Connell, and Graham de Villiers. Those are the guys playing in that singles four-ball. Russell Taney, Peter Zakara, Dean Shimon, and Anthony Meredith. Ali voted, Pranay Pandey, leader Brian Owen, and Clint Burdis is also in the top 5. Will feature in Group C. Now, the head-to-head. Ian, you spoke, and now you're a captain. Are you happy now?
Yes.
Yeah, let me
Finally.
Ian says to me at Killarney, while we are enjoying a special or two, he says, Maz, why don't you ever put me in the team head-to-heads? I'm always in the group features, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, have it. Ian is now going to be captaining the red team. Ian, take us through your red team.
Okay, the red team will be myself, Martin, Don, Wayne, Louis, Ryan Jensen, Martin, Ron Wenzel, Purvis, and Jason Davids.
Ooh, excuse me.
Like a family affair on the red team.
I'm telling you, put them all there. So if they disappoint you, you don't have too many people to shout at. You just have to join that WhatsApp group and send one message. The blue team, Hanno Oosthuizen is going to be captaining. This is from his good performance that came out of Waterkloof. Rakesh Singh, Bobby van der Spy, Leon Oosthuizen, Wayne Rude, or Radu. Ricky Barner, Donnie, you are in this group, so this team needs to win for the blue team. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going anything against you, Ian, but I'm also trying to get the blue team to compete a bit here.
But you play against Hanno Oosthuizen, so it's going to be a big match.
Yeah, the guys are in form. That's what it's all about. The guys were in form. Special shout out to Balloon Mudley back from his back operation. Yes, we look forward to seeing him. He was with us a very long time ago. So it would be nice to see him again. Score 12. 9 after BCC. Who can decipher what this means? Hanu says score 12. 9 after BCC.
It's for the teams. It's like Anu says,
Oh.
the team's going to win.
Sorry. 9. It's going to work.
Isn't it 12-8 now currently? So that's why he's...
Yeah, I'm slow today. Sorry. Too much happening. Okay.
Going over the head, man.
Yeah. One thing I just want to touch on, the Classic is drawing ever closer, ever closer. Wednesday the 12th to Saturday the 15th. Saturday we leave 50-hole tournaments, stroke play, medal. It's seniors, champs, and clubs. Great tour. If you haven't joined us yet, please do. If you haven't paid us yet, the time has come. Awesome. And then Ian, thank you for helping. Ian is the mastermind for the Challenge 500 to host it at Reimsig, where he's a member at. He did a lot of arranging for us. So thank you, Ian, for arranging this for us. Let's just remind people what actually is happening. How's the course looking at Reimsig? Are they ready for us?
Yeah, no, it's still in good condition. It's still a bit of green in the fairways and green. They did harder timing at January, so the green's a bit slower than usual. So, but yeah, it's in good condition, and yeah, so we are waiting for the guys in September.
Here we go. Still some time to go before it. What I can tell you is, let me just do this again. I've in the process or already done the calendar for next year. Kind of where everything's fitting. There's going to be a couple of changes. One is the Challenge 500 is going to move earlier in the season to about May, just so we can split up the Challenge 500 and the tour a bit, move them apart, make it a bit easier, make it a bit more affordable, because it's a lot of costs going in the last 2 months. So we are going to do that. And what is the other thing, Donnie, that we are doing? Do you remember? I had a chat to you about it, or did I have a chat to you about it?
Not too sure. Sorry, mate.
We're going to start the season with a team shootout next year, right? So we're going to build up to the entire start of the season. We're going to do the team shootout, and then we're going to get into the series proper. So we're not going to do it mid-Feb because we want to see how much hype we can get and start a season with the shootout because it's always much fun. Happy?
Yeah. That you didn't share with me. So okay. That's a good idea.
I can't remember who I told them. That's it. Okay, boys, that's it from me. We've been on air for 43 minutes, so we've actually done pretty good. I am not 100% sure. Sorry, what does this mean? Yippee, I got the stats. The stats guy. Oh, okay. Yes, I'm very slow today. Not 100% sure there's going to be a show next week. We will see.
Oh, there's a bit of a gap, I think,
after next week. Before we go to huddle. So I think Donnie and myself earned a week off. That's what I'm going to say. Yes. Ian, thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you for the invite again. And I'm going to see you on Sunday.
And hopefully we get you back next time after you actually have a trophy in your hands.
Yeah, first season, first trophy. Sounds good to me. Maybe a major in a classic as well.
Jesus.
Yo. Gonna go.
That is the massive statement of today's show. Is that Ian is going for the classic. You win the classic, you have done awesomely well because that's a hell of a thing to win. And then just to finish it all off, finish it all off. Our fourth guest for tonight, or our fourth panelist or third guest, Wayne, says, "See you later. See you on Sunday, Maz. Have a good rest and catch up." Okay, well, thanks. Everybody else, thanks for watching. I'm going to say goodbye. Wave. Bye-bye.
Cheers, guys.
Just enjoy.